tough decision,
Mm,
but it is a decision.
yeah, and it was not a decision made lightly, like, this is what we have to do.
And not due to current circumstances, but just due to time
Mhm,
and the world, things are going on around us. We've decided that we need to take action and like jump the gun and just it is sad, but it
right,
is necessary.
right, and and, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be difficult, we know.
Yeah. No, it's okay. No, no, a big serious thought.
We know that, like, we have dedicated fans.
Yeah, all 12 of you.
Mhm, mhm,
Every day I'm thankful for 12 subscribers.
yeah,
But life is hard.
and, things get in the way, challenges, and,
Minimum wage jobs,
and school, and,
graduation.
yeah, just just girly things.
That is why after this video posts, we're starting a subscription channel where for $6.99 a month.
Mhm. Um,
You can
we're telling you we have not made this decision lightly, and, like, we are putting our content, um,
behind a payroll.
behind a paywall,
Payroll.
and
We'll edit that out later.
and we just want you guys to know that it's because we want to increase our production, and we all want to make better quality videos. We don't wanna keep having to use $20
I
mics.
mean, look where we are. And we're not
Look
even
where we are.
I'm not even in my apartment right now.
Exactly, and, like, we really truly wanna give you guys the best content that we can, but it's just not possible unless we're getting some kind of,
Money.
support or money.
Mm,
And we really hate to do this, we really do, like,
yeah.
we know that you guys are loyal
But
fans.
we know that anybody can afford $6.99 a
Oh,
month.
yeah, anybody can afford
Anybody can
$6.99 a
afford
month.
that. Like I can't because we don't have a subscription
Oh,
paywall
yeah,
thing,
right.
but um when we do, I could.
Yeah, and I think that, like, especially in this economy, everyone would be able to afford $6 a month.
It's really cheap.
It's very
I
cheap.
mean, 6.99, that's $7. I mean, like
Right. Right, that's
that's a drink.
basically, yeah,
That's a drink.
exactly. You spend $6.99 on a matcha every day, you can spend $6.99 on our streaming
A
service
month,
on a month. Exactly. It's not that bad, guys. We promise that we're gonna be coming out with new content, you know,
but not for free.
but not for free. Sorry, unfortunately. We're
Yeah.
gonna have to say goodbye to the pores. Um,
Bye
bye,
pores.
pores.
If you guys haven't noticed already, we are not in our usual location. That's crazy. Because someone decided to move out of her apartment. Me.
Woo!
Because I'm graduating. And apparently life's supposed to happen right after graduation.
Yeah.
Because a Bachelor of Arts in Theater opens
It's
many doors.
yeah, yeah.
Mm,
And well, I'm also, semester's coming to an end, unfortunately, and
yeah.
well, fortunately actually. But uh, I have to go home. I don't live here. Unfortunately, I don't live in this room.
Oh, that's
And
not a bad thing.
and I just we, it's just going to be time. And a lot of time is going to pass. And this is our goodbye.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Until we meet again.
Until we meet again.
If I have time ever in the future.
Oh yeah. And we had a great run. We had a great
Yeah.
run.
Yeah. We had how many episodes?
We had, like, 4,
That's crazy.
maybe even less,
That's
like
crazy.
3.
That's crazy.
And you know what? That in itself is an achievement.
Yeah, the fact that we actually did it, it got out of,
Our minds,
yeah.
our ideas.
It went from the talking stage to an actual relationship. But like all relationships, this one has to come to a close. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Isla Fisher and Sacha Baron Cohen, their divorce
Oh,
announcement, like a tennis match.
oh, yes!
Yeah, this is it. Like
This is it.
like all tennis matches.
They have to come to an end.
Yeah.
And this is just our end.
What a wild way to announce a divorce.
No, literally.
Yeah.
But and it's been a good run. We've had a good time. We've done things, and we were just 2 girls with the dream.
$20 mics, bad wigs,
A ring light
and my phone.
and her phone. And that's it. That's
Mm,
all.
that's all.
And we did it, baby. How many of you can say that you started your own podcast?
No one.
I have no clue.
Literally
No
no one's
one.
done this. As JoJo Siwa once said, no one else has done this.
No
No,
one
one's
else-
gone from the good girl, bad
Yes.
girl.
No one has ever made such a big switch as this. Like, I am the first of my generation, truly. We are the
Like-
first of our generation.
Who would I have on my podcast?
Let's spice things up. Maybe one of my exes.
Dream guest on my podcast? Oh my gosh. I mean, honestly, let's spice things up. One of my exes.
But we're
Can
not
we get
JoJo.
copyrighted?
Get copyrighted for that. But yeah, this is just one of those things where you have to come to an end.
Sorry, I had to take a little sip. But it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay.
We still love each other,
We
but
still
it's a different kind of love.
it's just a different kind of
It's a different kind of love now.
And that's okay. Like, people grow apart all the time.
People grow apart. It's just how it is. People change.
This is just how it happens, y'all.
We're on different life
This is
paths.
just the world. This is where we live in.
It's just
You think you fell out of a coconut tree?
you exist in the context
of all in which you live in and came before you.
Ugh.
And it's gonna be okay, guys. We're here to comfort you.
I mean, we had Alvin and the Chipmunks.
We had Blair Witch Project.
We had fictional crushes.
Yeah, we did a lot.
What was our first episode about?
I don't even remember. Wait, we talked about like driving. I don't even think that made the final cut, did it?
No.
No, y'all didn't see that part. Maybe we should make like a little bloopers reel for the fans.
Maybe.
Maybe
For all the fans. For
For
all
the
our
fans.
Patreons.
for all of our Patreons that pay $0 a month.
Hey. You gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. That's why we're moving to. That's why we're.
That's why we're asking. I'm just asking once again.
I am asking for your support, for your
$6.99 a
financial
month.
support.
Yeah. I don't know.
Mm.
But we asked on Instagram for questions
Yeah, a couple little questions.
that we could answer because why not have a little fun?
Yeah, why not like go out with a bang?
Literally. So one of the questions was, is a hot dog a sandwich?
That's a difficult question. I don't know
I
how I
actually-
feel about it.
This is one of the questions that I actually like sat down and thought about it.
Mm.
And I was like, I think it is. Because a sub sandwich, you get a sub sandwich from Subway. How's it cut?
That's true. Wait, I was gonna argue with you, but actually, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Because like, I guess technically a hot dog is a sandwich, but it's also like, who's gonna call it a sandwich? Not me.
I mean, also the way the bun is on a sub sandwich, it's like laying flat on top, while a hot dog it's on the sides.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. You're right. So maybe it's not.
So I guess it depends on how you hold the dog.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've never met anyone who holds a hot dog sideways.
I don't even. I mean, all the toppings
And if you do,
relish,
you're weird.
Yeah, all the relish and all the stuff topping wise would fall right off.
Yeah, why would you do that? Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that in my presence.
So I guess it's
It's a hot dog, okay?
It's
a hot
one of
dog.
those. It's your truth.
Live your truth.
Your truth is your truth, and my truth is my truth. But like, what is the truth?
What is the truth, truly?
It's one of those things we're gonna have to ask God when we make it to heaven.
And, that is the one question that I have for God. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
It's one of those burning questions.
It really is.
Well, I'm not burning because I'll be up in heaven.
We will not be burning. We will not be looking up. We'll be looking
burning.
down.
I bet he's looking up at us right now.
What do you mean up?
I'm like Elvis Presley.
Talking about O.J. Simpson, huh? Anyways, also somebody also recently asked me if cereal is soup, because technically they're okay, and I hate this. To who suggested this? You know who you are. I hate this. I don't like this. I hate the idea that cereal is soup because I don't like soup.
It is a soup.
But technically, if you want to be technical about it, it is a soup.
Well, I mean, you could go there's no broth in it route, but there's a lot of soups that don't have broth.
Yeah, a lot of soup. There are cold soups too that are like eaten cold. But like I'm like trying to think, because like tomato basil soup is like it's more of like you make it with like creamer and milk and like tomato, right? I don't know. I've never made it, so
basically.
but
yeah.
it's like right. So is it? I don't know.
Cereal can be a soup, but I'd rather just eat in peace.
Yeah, I was like, why are you trying to disturb my peace? I'm over here trying to protect my peace. Y'all hooligans see me protecting my peace, and you think that it's okay to come over and try to disrupt it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
You're not wrong, but I don't like that.
Right, like, okay, like, so what? So what now?
And what? So what?
Okay, cereal might be soup, but I'm never gonna call it that. It's always gonna be cereal.
Have you asked the cereal what it identifies as?
Exactly. We're over here making assumptions, but we've never even thought about asking what they think. Maybe the soup is the friends we made along.
So what if the cereal's a little fruity?
So what?
Have you ever
At least they have a job.
Have you ever considered to ask the soup what it is?
At least the soup has a job. At least it does something for the community. What do you do? What do you do for your community?
Commercial work, storefront,
exactly. Kellogg's,
Panera,
brands that I don't even know the name of,
Campbell's,
stuff
Great
like
Value,
that. And you know
Clover
what?
Valley,
What do you do?
Dollar General.
What do you do? Actually, because what do you do other than doom scroll? Right. Me acting as if I don't.
I can't wait for my algorithm to be just soup content.
Soup. Soup. Also, I hate tea. I'm drinking this because I don't feel well.
I love tea.
Oh, whoa. Oh, wait, yeah, you do. Well, okay. Controversial opinion, and you know what? People, you can hate me for this. You can call me whatever you want. I don't really like hot tea. I'm not a really big fan of it, and I never really have been. I also don't like hot coffee. Will I drink it? Yeah. And people like, it's in its original form. Shut up.
Its original form is the bean itself.
Okay, I'm gonna start eating straight up coffee beans at this point. Actually, let's go back to the root. Wait, no, that's chocolate. Never mind. Never mind. But you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The coffee bean. At this point, just start eating coffee beans. Coffee addicts. You coffee craze.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I'm just insulting the camera at this point. No one's what they're like, why am I offended by that? I'm like, I don't even like coffee.
Well, Harriet Tubman was out there freeing slaves.
And the moral of I think the
Where
the
were we
moral of
going
the story is that I think
let people enjoy things.
The moral of the story is maybe the soup is the friends we made along the way.
Oh gosh. Maybe the broccoli cheddar is my soulmate. Y'all ever thought of that?
Maybe tomato basil bisque is my platonic soulmate. And what about it?
Mm.
And what about it?
Chicken nochi.
Chicken. Yum.
Another
I also
question.
don't really like soup, so
Why even bother going on that tangent?
well, because I like to have opinions about things that don't matter.
Another question we were asked was, "What is our favorite sitcom?"
Yeah, I actually have a special ranking system for this, but you can go first.
My favorite sitcom. I actually have several. I'm watching Modern Family right now.
Mm,
I love New Girl. The Office,
it's a good one.
Parks and Rec. I watch all the basic what everyone
No, but
likes.
they're good because,
They are
like, I
good.
mean, like, just because they're basic, like, I hate when people call things
Well,
basic.
they're
I'm
popular.
like,
They're like because The
because
Office
they're
is like
popular.
The Office was like the blueprint,
Right, right, right.
and then Parks and Rec came out, and they're like, oh, we can do mockumentary like Abbott
Yeah,
Elementary.
that's what I was thinking. Mockumentaries. Love Abbott.
Love Abbott Elementary. My dream is to become a writer and be Quinta
Oh,
and write
I
Abbott Elementary.
love Quinta. She is my, like, role model for who I want to be
I
when I
think me
grow
and her
up.
are the same height.
Oh,
I
but
don't
I
know.
want to be her. Truly, I do want to be her. So
I'm trying to
one
think of
day.
what else I watch. For the longest time, I tried not to watch Modern Family
Hmm.
because I was like, everyone else watches Modern Family. I will not watch it. And then I had to watch it for my acting for camera class.
You're
And
like, that is kind of good.
I fell in love with the show.
Mhm.
Cam and Cam and Mitchell, so friggin' funny. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else I watched. That's a sitcom.
I know that there are like lesser known sitcoms, like that '70s show. I've never seen it.
Oh, I loved. Okay, I watched that '70s show. That was mine and my dad's show because me and him watched Parks and Rec
Mhm.
and that '70s show together. Like that was our show. And then Eric left in the last season, and I stopped watching it. The moment Donna became a blonde, I didn't really like the show anymore. It really was like, what if we made her blonde? That's a plot point.
I don't know. I have never seen the show, but I heard it's good. I know a lot of people liked it.
Just don't watch the last season
Oh, okay.
because Eric, the main character, leaves.
What kind of humor is it? Is it like
It's basic '90s sitcom humor.
okay?
Yeah.
I there's also like Friends, which okay, I have a lot of opinions about sitcoms, but I'm gonna let you go first because I know that like I. But there's also like animated, like Park or what is it? South Park.
Oh,
There's
is that
South Park.
that's a sitcom?
I guess maybe it's not a sitcom, but I guess it's like a satire, like comedy show.
Family
Because like Rick
Guy.
and Morty, technically, right?
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, like because like there's Family Guy.
Yeah.
There's like, but I don't really watch any of those shows. Maybe I should put me on. I don't know.
Well, Friends, I did watch. I've seen all of Friends twice.
Yeah.
I mean, for its time, yeah, it was pretty big. But now it's kind of just like everyone copies Friends.
Yeah.
And I hate Ross Geller.
Hmm.
I freaking hate Ross Geller.
I don't know any of these people. I've refused to watch the show.
That's not a bad thing. I watched
I
it in high school because everyone else did.
yeah. Okay. Are you sorry? I just want to let you finish in case you're
No, you go ahead.
okay, girl. Here's my hot takes. I don't like The Office and I don't like Friends. I think that they are not good.
But you've never seen Friends.
Well, okay, I did watch an episode of Friends and I remember people like I was with a bunch of people and we were watching like they're like, "Oh, let's watch Friends." We watched like a couple episodes and I remember the whole time I was like everyone was laughing and I was like this is not funny. I'm like I'm not laughing.
Friends is one of those shows that you watch on vacation because it's cable TV in the hotel room and you have
Yeah.
no other options. And everyone's at that stage where they're all like, their energy levels depleted and y'all just need to like rest for an hour before you go back out on the
Yeah.
beach.
Yeah, I'm like I don't know why y'all think this is funny, but I did not laugh. Like personally, I was just like I was just I don't know, I was like I don't think this is really funny. Like I was like I maybe I'm like lost, maybe the humor is lost to me, but like truly I just could not get into it. I was like this is just not funny. I have not laughed once.
Mm,
It's more of like why are you guys laughing? I'm like this is not funny. But I don't know. And then like The Office, I know that people were like, "Wait, you just have to get through the first season. Like the first season is not good."
that's true.
And I will say, like, I used to be like really adamant about hating The Office. Now I'm more of like, I don't particularly like it. I've tried watching it, didn't really enjoy it. Was kind of like, and once again, maybe the humor was just lost to me. Like I just didn't really get it. But like the first season, I did watch the first season. I was like, it's kind of cringe. I just don't really like it. I didn't really enjoy it. And maybe I just need to get further into it because I've seen clips of the show that I laughed at and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of funny." Like I liked it, but I don't know, like maybe I just need to skip the first season altogether.
You need to skip the first season and the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, so I'm like maybe I just need to like start in the middle cuz I don't think it's an objectively bad show.
Season 2 is where you need to start. It's definitely it gets a lot better 'cause the first season, Michael is, like, really just he's not, like, the goofy,
Mhm.
like, he just doesn't know what's going on. He's just really mean and rude the first season, and then the moment he get those hair plugs in the second season, he is, like, the stupid Michael everyone knows.
Okay.
And that's when the Jim and Pam stuff starts happening.
Okay, cuz like I was like the first scene I was like really bored and I was like I don't like this.
I will say this. Jim, you don't really know because you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna spoil Jim was in love with Pam, like, the moment he met her, and Pam was engaged to her high school sweetheart,
Uh-huh.
Roy, for, like, 5 years, and Roy wasn't that good of a person, and so there's an episode where they go on a boat, and Jim is just, like, in love with Pam, blah, 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 so he's talking to Michael, and then Michael's like, "If you like her so much, don't give up," and then he's like, "She's engaged," and then Michael goes, "What? Engaged ain't married,"
Ooh.
and he goes, "Never, ever give up." And it's like, they do like, Jim and Pam get married in the end, they do, but at the same time, it's just like that philosophy, like, that mindset is
Mhm.
not a good mindset to have. You will end up destroying
Yeah, I
yourself.
was going to say it's really only works in TV.
Yeah, I was like, the only reason that worked out is 'cause the
Writers
writers
made it
already knew
work, yeah.
that was gonna
They
happen.
already knew, but I was like, in real life, please don't. Like,
Like, if they're engaged,
they don't like you, babe.
they're engaged.
Yeah,
Like, they're gonna get married. She didn't get married to him, but
but still,
still.
yeah,
I mean, I understand if they're not engaged, but even if they're in a relationship with somebody
yeah. I
else,
was like, ooh, mm-mm. Yeah,
uh-uh,
but it's
mm-mm.
sitcom logic, so I think anything goes, really.
Honestly, that's so true.
Um, but yeah, I did not really like The Office, and maybe I would be willing to rewatch it, to try and like get into it again. Friends is actually like the one that I hate the most. I refuse to watch it now. I'm
Well,
like,
it's
I just don't.
mid-90s humor.
Yeah, and I was like, it's not funny to me. Goodbye. And I stand by that one, and I probably won't watch it ever. Anyways,
Mm,
moving on. Um, those are the ones that I don't really like. The ones that I love. These are like my top 3. In no particular order, just because like they change every so often. Because like I'll get really obsessed. Um, and it's more like top 4 just because these are really, really like my favorites. But I love Parks and Rec. I actually love their spin-off to The Office. I think Parks and Rec is great. I love the characters. I love everyone. They all mean so much to me. And I it's like a comfort show. I love rewatching it. Um I really love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I tried to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
You didn't like it?
People said I was so much like Gina that I stopped watching because I hated Gina.
No, I could see how they would say that you're like Gina, but I don't even think it's her personality. I think it's more of like her cadence.
Oh, still, because they were like, "Yeah, you remind me so much of Gina." I was like, "Really?" So I started watching it. I was like, "I hate Gina." I was like, "I can't watch this."
What? Gina is my favorite character. I love her. I think she's so funny. I think it's more of like they could see you playing her part.
Okay, I'll take it.
No, because I could see you playing Gina's part. I think you would be really good at it.
Okay.
And that's like I'm saying that because I think Gina's one of my favorite characters. I think she's really funny.
Hmm.
So yeah, she insufferable sometimes. Yeah, but I think she's hilarious.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love Captain Holt. Captain Holt is so funny to me, just because he's so like deadpan all the time, and he's one of my favorite
I did
characters.
watch the episode where his dog Cheddar
Yes, gets loose.
gets loose. That one was so funny. He's like, "You're not Cheddar." Ugh.
Also, love the diversity in the show. Like they have representation, and it's still funny and it's still good. Which love that. I also love Abbott Elementary. This is like one of my favorite newer sitcoms. Abbott
Mhm.
Elementary. Um, Abbott Elementary, like Quinta Brunson, the woman you are. I love you so much. You're never gonna see this, but I just need you to know that I love you because you are a visionary. You are but, like, I genuinely, like I love Quinta Brunson so much. I think that she is so intelligent and she worked hard to get where she is right now. Like, she worked at BuzzFeed for how long? Like, almost a decade, I think?
Yeah, that's wild.
And, like, build up her relationships. And, like, she also wrote, Black Girl sketch comedy, or I don't know if she wrote it, but she was on it and stuff. And, like, I think she pitched a show before Abbott Elementary, got denied for that one, then wrote Abbott Elementary. And I think Abbott was, like, one of her teachers when she was, like, younger, and she named Abbott Elementary after that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, I don't know, I really love Abbott Elementary. I think, like, it also uses, like, actors and stuff who, like, maybe are not as well known as, like, other people. Cause like, in other, like, communities, like Cheryl Lee Ralph, like, people know who she is. But, like, I feel like in, like, probably, like, white communities and stuff, people probably don't even know these people, like, people they don't probably know who Cheryl Lee Ralph is, or they don't know, like, um, Gregory, which is Tyler James? I can't remember his name, but
He
it's
was on
Tyler.
Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah.
I watched that with my family when I was little.
Right, right, but, like, some people might not know who they are because, like, they've been out of the loop or, like, they cater to certain communities, and so I feel like Abbott Elementary has kinda, like, brought this all together, and I feel like also the diversity, beautiful, and I feel like it's really good, um, it's just great humor, but it's also really, like, kinda almost wholesome and very, like, um,
They all actually care for
enjoyable.
each other.
Yeah, and, like, I know, like, I watched the 1st season with one of my friends who's a teacher, and she was like, "If you are a teacher, you should watch Abbott Elementary because it's, like, that is, like, basically what it's like to teach, like,
Mm,
you're not getting any support from the district, like, you're basically having to do everything yourself and then also parent at the same time." And she was like, "It's really funny, but it's also realistic to the way that, like, most teachers have to, like elementary school teachers, at least,
yeah.
in inner city schools kind of, like, have to deal with things." And I really love that as a part of the show as well. And I love the slow burn between Gregory and Janine. Eh. And then the way that Janine's outfits kind of, like, change every season. Cause
Because she
like
started dressing she was just, like, dressing like this little girl starting
yeah,
out.
yeah. And now she's like I was like, "Okay, season 3, Janine." I was like, "Okay, middle part." But, love Abbott Elementary, and then the other show that I wanted to say was Community.
Mm,
I love Community so much. Season 1 to season 3 are my favorites.
I
After
tried
that, it's
really
kinda
hard to
look
watch it. I couldn't watch it.
I will say season 1, like, I had to force myself to watch the first couple episodes of season 1.
Really.
Yeah,
Mm.
because I was like, "People say it's good, but I don't get it." And I I think, like, once you get through those first couple episodes, like,
It
it
gets better?
yeah, but also, like, I don't know, I personally, like, got into it a lot and I really, really liked it, like, there's some great episodes, um, in the first couple of seasons. Like, my favorite episode is the paintball episode where
Mm.
they did, like, parody of, like, Die Hard, The Matrix, and everything. It was
Oh.
really funny, yeah. And also they do, like, the episode where, with the die, where they're, like, different time alternate there's, like, different universes and stuff. It's really funny.
Mm.
But I love Troy and Abed. I love them. And yeah, I also have tried watching Modern Family. I think I watched it I think I watched, like, the first couple episodes of season 1, but then I kinda stopped. It wasn't bad, I just, like, kind of fell off of
I
watching it.
think it ran for 11 years.
Yeah, which is why I stopped. I'm really bad with keeping up with shows, even if they're really good, so
Yeah. Modern Family is, like, one of those shows I watch in the background, but then I become invested, and then I watch 5 episodes in a row, and I'm like, "Oh, wait. Well, I was actually doing something important."
yeah. But, yeah, I think those I'm trying to think of any other sitcoms that I've seen that I enjoyed.
Mm.
Oh, the which is I guess this is a sitcom, but I'm not sure. I guess, like, comedy kind of. This is more of, like, wholesome comedy. It's more of, like, wholesome, like, "Aw, cute." But there's a show on Disney Plus called Wonder Years. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's, about a black family in the '60s, and, like, I think It's either early to late 60s, I'm not sure. But it's basically kind of like it follows the little boy in the family, and he's like
Mhm.
12, 13, and like it's kind of like really cute wholesome humor about like growing up then back then, but it also has like good life lessons in it. It's like, oh my god,
Oh,
like wow.
I'm already crying.
It's like wholesome humor because I know some people like don't really like dirty humor. I like everything. Give me a little bit of everything. I love it. But Wonder Years is more for like I feel like it's more like you could watch it with your family
Okay.
kind of thing. It's like it is also like if you want to watch something wholesome, it's like you want to watch something that makes you feel good. Wonder Years is really good.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, those are like I would say my favorites. I've never really seen Rick and Morty. I've never seen Family Guy. I've never seen South Park. I've never seen any of those shows.
I've seen some of Family Guy, but I haven't seen the other ones.
Yeah, I just I never really got into them.
I just wouldn't really consider them sitcoms though, because they're cartoons.
Right. Yeah, that's true. What would they qualify as? Cartoon comedy?
I guess.
Hold on, let me look it up.
I don't know. I've never I don't know. I've never considered because they are made for adults, but I've never really
Right.
considered them to be sitcoms. I mean, they are funny.
I guess maybe it's comedy satire, something like that. What genre is South Park? Oh, I have seen BoJack Horseman.
Are you considering that a comedy?
Well, okay, so it says it's action, satire, dark comedy,
Okay.
television comedy. So I don't think it's a sitcom, but it's like like I feel like it.
BoJack Horseman is not a comedy.
It's not okay, and actually, that's what I'm saying. Like, I only watched season 1 because season 1 is the funniest season. After that, it's like
It's like it's not a comedy.
after season 1 of BoJack Horseman, it goes downhill. Like people are dying, bad things happen.
Yeah, like it's not a comedy.
It's like I was like, okay, dang, like what? Like I was not expecting this.
It's like why isn't it funny anymore?
I know. I was expecting to laugh, but now I'm kind of depressed. Like I watched season 1 of BoJack Horseman thinking it was a comedy. Season 1 is like I would say season 1 is a comedy. Season 1's still pretty funny. It's still pretty like it's dark comedy. So and it's not super heavy. It doesn't get super heavy until season 2. And
Hmm.
you're like, "Oh my god." Like cuz it's not even like you don't go into it like look up BoJack Horseman. Look at the little like thing that they have for it, it does not look like it's like it could get that dark, but it does.
Yeah,
Mm.
well,
This place was supposed to be a fresh start for me. Rehab was supposed to be a fresh start. But no matter how many starts I get, there's always the same ending. Everything falls apart, and I end up alone.
It reminds me, Arrested Development is one of my favorite comedy sitcoms because Will Arnett.
Yes.
Oh
Arnett.
wow! Oh wow! I'm already crying. That's yeah.
I actually have only seen a couple episodes of Arrested Development. I've never watched it fully.
Well, seasons 1 through 3 were really funny, and then they canceled the show, and so Netflix picked it back up like 10 years later,
Oh my gosh.
and season 4 and 5, and so season 4, everyone's like 10 years older, and they try to act as if George Michael, who is Michael Cera, is not like in his 30s, and so it's which is the part of the joke.
Yeah.
But also it's just like he is not 15 anymore.
Yeah.
It is so funny because he's just like they try to continue on from where the end of season 3 left off. And so everyone's like obviously aged a bunch. And then
Yeah.
it's just like George Michael's 15 and he's not 15 at all.
Just like full beard, full
But
mustache beard.
It's
and
so
everything.
funny. But I couldn't watch season 4 and 5 because it was just changed so much to where I was like, but I love season 1 through 3. That's like
Okay.
I love Arrested Development.
Yeah, I think I started watching it and then I stopped. Once again, I'm really bad at watching
Well,
shows.
it's one of
fully
those
through.
shows that started like the mockumentary camera style.
Oh, okay.
And it's so funny because what happens in season 1 will go throughout the entire season.
Mhm.
Like and then it will go through into season 2 and it'll go into season 3 and it's always a plot point and it always will come back.
Mhm.
And like things that they mentioned in the very beginning of the show comes back later on
Okay.
as a big plot
Yeah.
point, which is actually I love when shows do that, actually
Yeah.
keep things consistent.
Right. Cause I didn't know that Michael Cera was in this. I didn't know he was in Arrested Development. I didn't know that uh I keep thinking it's April Ludgate, and that's not her name. Aubrey Plaza. I didn't know that Aubrey Plaza was in Arrested Development either.
She is.
Yeah, she's in the first season, at least when I watched it. She plays. Or wait, am I tripping?
Yeah.
Am I tripping? No. She's in it, right?
Not that I can remember.
Hold up.
I think I would have remembered that. I know Mae Whitman is, and she was the voice of Katara.
Oh, I guess she isn't. I guess it was the cousin, Michael Cera's cousin in the show.
Oh,
George Michael's cousin.
you're thinking about. Oh gosh, what's her actual name? I can't think of her actual name,
Her
but you
name
know.
is Aaliyah,
Yeah, that's yeah.
and she.
She plays Maybe.
Yes. That's what I was thinking of. Why did
Maybe
I think that
Finke.
Aubrey Plaza was in this?
I have no idea.
Hold on.
I was like, I've seen the show so many times, and you're now telling me that Aubrey Plaza was in
I was.
this.
I don't know why I thought she was in it. I guess my brain confused the two, but she is not in it. No.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. But I did not know that Michael Cera was in it. I was like watching it. And I was like, "What are you doing here? Oh my god, he looks so young."
He's so funny in it, the way he is. Because there's one episode was Bring Your Daughter to Work Day, and Michael, his dad in the show, like would bring George Michael to work with him, and he'd be like, "Oh, you know, my little girl here." And as like time went on, George Michael got too into the role, and he was like, "Oh, let me go grab my purse," or like, "Oh, you know, like it's that time of the month for me," you know, kind of things. And so it was like really just like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And so the one episode, he's like, "George Michael, maybe we shouldn't take you to take your daughter to work day," and he's just like, "Oh, you're just saying that. I'll go grab my purse." Blah blah blah. It's just so funny how they're all just very insufferable bad rich people,
Yeah.
because especially the mom
Oh, yeah.
Lucille, it's so okay, this is a spoiler, but Buster, the youngest son, who's in his mid-30s,
Buster is
the
Will Arnett.
no, Tony Hale,
Oh,
he's
okay.
the one that's balding up top and with the glasses, and he goes, "Hey brother." But he loses his hand because Lucille
Yes, I know this.
signs him up for the military because they're trying to make their image look good. And so as they're walking to go somewhere, one of them goes, ma'am, like, do you support the military, blah blah blah. He's like, "Would you sign your son up for the military?" And she goes, "Yes," and signs Buster up immediately for the military. And so he tries to avoid it, but then he ends up trying to go, blah blah blah. And so he's never been allowed to swim in the ocean because Lucille won't let him.
Oh my god.
And so before he gets drafted or leaves for the military, he decides, "I'm gonna not go. I'm gonna get off the bus and go swim in the ocean." And so he's in the ocean. He's like, screw my mom, blah blah. And so someone yells, "Loose seal! There's a loose seal!" And he goes, "Yeah, no loose seal, no loose seal!" And a seal bites his hand off.
Oh my god!
And so the whole joke was like going, "Loose seal, and he's like, "Yeah, no loose seal, yeah."
Oh
And then
my
he loses
God.
his left hand, and so one of the running jokes is the doctor always saying something that is too literal, but not really. And so
I
they,
think I've seen this.
yeah,
clip.
and they're like, "Oh, is he okay? He's gonna be all right. It's going to be all right." Like, "Oh, thank goodness, yeah." And they're like, "Wow, you guys are taking
He did
this
really well."
They're like, "What do you mean? His left hand got bitten off?" It's like that's the whole thing, because like Tobias in the show tries to join the Blue Man Group. And so they go, "Yeah, he looks dead," and like, "Oh, because he's in the hospital because he got ran over by a car."
Oh my god!
And so he's in the hospital, and they ask him like, "Is he alright?" He's like, he looks dead. He's dead." And they go, "Oh my god!" And they go, "Yeah, he's all blue," and they're like,
Oh my god! No, I've seen the clip because I see. He was like, "Yeah, he's all right," and he
"It's
goes,
so funny."
"She's like, oh, thank God," and they're like, "Wow, you guys are taking this surprisingly well," and they were like, "What do you mean?" It was like, "Well, he lost his left hand, so he's all right."
So funny.
She was like, "You son."
I love Lucille, and I love the jokes. And they're like, Tobias is a never nude, so he wears like Dixie Dukes like cutoff shorts underneath everything.
What?
And it's just so funny. There's one scene where him and his wife, Lindsay, like they, try to get intimate, and so he's a never nude, so he just doesn't. And so she's like, "Just take it off the shorts for me." And he like, all you could see is like their calves and feet, and so you see them drop to his feet, and she goes, "Take that off too," and a sock just falls out. It's just so funny. I was like,
Oh my god!
it's so stupid. The whole show is so dumb, but I love it. I love the first 3 seasons.
Yeah, I definitely think I'll watch it now. Because
It's
now that I
on
know.
Netflix, I think, and Hulu.
Okay, yeah, I'm still watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I am like on season 2, I think.
Okay.
Which I'm rewatching it, but I kind of want to get through it before
Mhm.
I start anything else. But I'd be willing to watch it. I feel like now that I know more about it, I would
Just the
love.
first 3 seasons.
Yeah,
But it's
of
so
course.
funny. I
Yeah.
love the jokes that actually make sense throughout, like, because like, they build it up,
Right.
and then you have, like, the big moment for the joke, and then you're like, "Oh, yeah, that was funny," because we were, like, basically waiting for this to happen. So, but yeah.
But yeah, sitcoms, they're great.
Funny.